Welcome back to Let's Play a Nice Guy in Dragon Age Origins, sorry. Nice Guy, the Prince Adelstan, the Dwarf, currently sneaking very stealthily, has survived these tunnels, these Darkspawn infested tunnels, and has arrived here where there's apparently...
By the Maker, it's a dwarf!
Lord Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
Well, you are the Gray Wardens, aren't you? And, it seems Grey Wardens aren't the only ones who can survive here.
I'm aware of your family's experience with these tunnels, but no dwarf has set foot here for years. May I ask what happened?
Right, so what does the good guy Prince say about the horrible betrayal he's suffered? Well, I suppose I have left, yes, but I'm not going to be very welcome, so he's probably going to have to be admitting that he's been exiled. At least he's not going to place any specific blame on anyone. Grey Wardens, I have been exiled from Orzammar.
Exiled? To these tunnels of death? What crime could be so terrible?
I do not think matters of Dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
Thank you.
It is not the way of this order to pass judgments on the pasts of others. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the Deep Road set you apart. As leader of the Gray Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
Well, it's really not as if I've got much choice in the matter.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kaelan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner.
Right. Okay. So, seems Prince Adelstan has joined the Grey Wardens, or is about to anyway. And we get some information about the controls in the game. Alright.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Right. I'm really glad that we just see sort of the faces of people here, because currently Adelstan doesn't really feel dressed to meet with a king. I mean, it doesn't even have boots. But all right, he's not unwilling to share his name. I'm Adelstan, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honourable stout folk outside Orzammar.
Stout? Well, No. There aren't an awful lot of honourable dwarven folk outside of Orzammar, to be honest. At least not to Edelstan's mind. He's used to thinking of dwarves on the surface as lost and stuff, so he's not really gonna. So he's not gonna talk about having met many members. Except, oh well, what does this sentence really mean? Maybe Edelstan just means that it's logical that you must not have met many members of the noble caste, seeing as there is none of them on the surface anyway. I don't think it's going to really explain and invite an explanation about what happened. Maybe this one. How much do you know about dwarves, Your Majesty?
I've always wanted to learn more. Perhaps you could enlighten me sometime.
If Your Majesty wishes.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
Well, there's no way Edelstan's going to sort of boast about his family, considering he's sort of stricken from the records and everything. That might not even sit well. Well, he's on the surface. Surface dwarves aren't gonna. But no, he's gonna hide that part of his background. I hear the king was well enough when I left.
Good. I hope to work with him as well as my father did. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
Right. No. Edelstan, I mean, he's talking directly to the king. The king seems friendly. I mean, every ounce in Edelstan's being here, both the sort of the general nice guy part of him and the sort of the calculating political guy also sees an opportunity here to try and sort of somehow get close to someone powerful. He's definitely going to be as polite as at all possible. You are too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Really? I didn't realize that things were going so greatly.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Alas?
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Gray Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Gray Wardens.
Farewell, Your Majesty, said the prince without any boots.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, Edelstan is concerned that the king didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us.
Oh, that's not good.
I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Yeah. Why not, though? He does seem to regard the Grey Wardens highly, and, as a dwarf, I know that the Darkspawn are not to be trifled with, so... I mean, he seemed friendly, and also, why not? Try and talk him into sort of seeing sense.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais.
I didn't want to do that.
He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
Ritual? What do you mean?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Alright, so... So what's so secret about this ritual, anyway?
The joining is dangerous.
Oh.
I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Alright. Brilliant, wonderful. Well, what do you need me to do then?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being.
I can do that.
There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Very well. Awesome. And we are here in Ostagar. Quests and stuff are being unlocked. Oh, I love this music. I really do. And I'm supposed to talk to Alistair and sort of look around, I guess? Hi there, soldier.
Make a watch over you, my lord. Make a watch over you, my lord.
My lord? I'm not a lord, you know? I'm not even wearing boots. Well, it's nice that people around here are polite, at least. These humans can't be as bad as people have made them out to be. By people, I mean dwarves, obviously. Oh, but these walls look kind of, yeah. They don't look entirely safe, to be quite honest. I mean... Whoa, I mean, what's all that stuff up there? It's scary. I think we want to get indoors.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Ah, nice deduction there.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Yeah, maybe. I'm actually looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Right, thanks very much. While we're at it, maybe you can tell me something about Ostagar?
Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logains closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
You humans like to swing dead cats around? That's odd, since I seem to be hearing dogs barking.
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the Darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death.
Ouch.
Terrible.
That doesn't sound good at all, no. Is there any way I can get some supplies like boots, for example?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Alright. Thank you very much. I'll be on my way then.
Good luck to you then.
And that I will be in the next video, because I think this is about right length for a video. And then hopefully, actually, this is a little bit silly. There's no need for armor right now, is there? We're sort of safely in camp. Better to actually wear normal clothes with boots. And then we'll see if we can find some armored boots later on anyway. Maybe another weapon, because it'll sound better with dual wielding than the weapon and shield anyway. But that's all that is going to be for the next video. So until then, go in peace and live and let live.